Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi, there we are. So excited to be streaming tonight. So excited to be streaming. There is a little bit of a lag in my answers, so be patient with me. As always, we say patience is a virtue. So if you have some patience, well, I'll be darned, you are a virtue. And I thank you for that. So we're going to do a little bit of color tonight. We're going to be using acrylic, some brushes, my awesome paintbrush holder with ridges in it to clean the brushes, etc. One of the awesomest tools you can get when you're painting to keep things steady. Right now, I'm going to start with some tape. I'm going to use a little bit of Scotch tape here. And right across. You can use a ruler if you like, or any kind of straight type of object, just to get that nice straight line here. We're going to do like a little sunset. Sunsets are one of the most beautiful things. You can watch a sunset every night, and it's always different. Just like each and every one of our personalities. We've got our black. We always need our black, and we always need our lavender. Oops, wait a minute. I mean white. Okay, just kidding. So we're going to start with a little bit of, I'm going to do some yellow dots. Kind of on my bright yellow right now. We'll start with this. Lots of paint tonight. I always forget yellow ochre is a little brownish. So when you make a mistake in color, see if you can see that any better here. So you can see let's move this down just a teeny bit. I'm just going to scoop that up with my palette knife and put it down here. Spread that around. Doesn't hurt to spread a little bit up here too. And then, of course, wipe it off with Your trusty paper towel. I had a really good day today for it being, it was a little bit warmer, not so cold. So it was a really nice change. I'm going to do a little bit of orange now. So we got our yellow, we got our orange. Next, we'll have a beautiful type of a reddish color, maybe a rose. Kind of like these magentas. Dark blue. A little Prussian blue. That was ultramarine. That's some Prussian blue. It looks very dark, almost black. And I'd like a really, really bright yellow dabbed in between here. So when we mix our colors up, we're going to get a beautiful, beautiful, interesting, glorious sunset. And maybe a little bit of red red. We'll try our scarlet red. It's going to be very bright. And in between all those colors, trying to keep them in order here, we're going to have our little bits of titanium white. This is acrylic. And thank you for joining my stream. It's always a pleasure. And I don't want this to be too dark. So that's why I'm adding a little bit of white along the streams there. And then we'll get ready to blend this all together. We'll get our little bit of sunset going on. This is the fun part. Let's see what all these dots and stripes have done. There we go. Couldn't be more excited for you to join. Some good movement here. Very good movement. Got a lot of paint. I do have a tendency to use way too much. That's a typical Rachel thing. Let me just scrape it off and put it on my, oops, put it on my palette, which I forgot to bring, so it's just going to be on a napkin. Mm. All right. Now we get into the darker aspect of it. Before I get too far up, I want to blend these colors a little bit better. I'm wiping off my brush. I'm going to clean it in some water. So you want to have a nice clean brush so your colors don't muddy up. Yeah, some more of that yellow in there. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It's going to be so beautiful when we're done. So I'm doing my 30 minutes of painting a night. So far, I've been able to do basically an hour to an hour and a half rather than 30 minutes. I'm really, really working on it to get a whole painting done in 30 minutes. Right on up. Yeah, I tried to get this on horizontal, but I don't know how. My camera won't let me. I put it on horizontal and then I tried to turn my camera sideways. I'll just lift this up a little bit. Maybe you can see just a tint better. We got our dark, dark sky up here. I'm really good at painting, working on the part where the video is good or better. It's gonna happen. I had my phone plugged in all day and my camera phone plugged in all day on my let's see, on the strip thing, but I forgot to turn the strip thing on. So it was actually off all day and I never got anything charged. So everything's plugged in right now. That's why you keep seeing this cord popping in and out and around and about. Try to angle this up a little bit more. Oh, it's just about charged enough. I might be able to unplug it. And can you hear me tonight? Oh, Jet Monroe. Hello, hello. Oh, and thank you for the hearts. How nice of you to join me. I'm so excited. This is an exciting time for me to welcome you to my stream. Once you start, I don't think you can rotate. Yeah, it's very confusing to me because I put it on, and thank you for answering that question and helping me with that. You can hear me good. Thank you. Just going back and forth here, like a lot of blending. Yeah, so that's one of the things I'm working on is getting it to be a horizontal before I start, and it's been very challenging for me. Jet Monroe, where are you from? I don't think I've seen you before. And are you an artist or an aspiring artist? I think even though artists, they're always aspiring. I don't think you can ever achieve the perfection that we want to achieve in our art world because we are our own worst critics, for sure. That is one thing that can block an artist from progressing. Brett! Jet Monroe. Oh, I didn't recognize you with your little, your character there, and you have no talent. Oh, Brett, thank you. You're awesome. I'm very happy that somebody I know is here too. You're one of the 3 that are showing are actually watching this. Yeah, so that's good. So it says I've been streaming 16 minutes. Of course, 5 of those are always they're always the part where I'm trying to get things settled and organized. Add a little bit more yellow. My palette is my canvas. And a teeny bit more orange. I don't want things too symmetrical. And Brett, you have so much talent. I know you can write poetry, right? You're kind of a poetic guy. Ooh, that orange really brightened it up. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is going to be our sunset. And lead right on into this. Blend, blend, blend. I think that's enough blending for now. So if you have any tips on just before dinner. Oh, it's dinner time where you are. Let's see, what is that? It's almost 9 here, so it must be almost 6 o'clock. That's a good time for dinner. It was a long time ago. Doesn't mean it's not still in you. Phone call here. But all those things must inspire you and some beautiful words. I know you write about your trips, and I so enjoy reading about them as well. All right, so now we're going to take our white and we're going to throw some stars in. You always have to have stars. A long, long time ago. Yeah, seems like a lifetime ago. I didn't put any purple in. Purple's my signature color. So here we go. We're gonna, oops, just tilt this a little bit. It looks like poop down here, but don't worry, that's gonna be all black in a minute. And right over here in this corner, I want to put a little purple because I am a purple person. See all these beautiful colors a sunset takes. And everyone has their own skills. Can be cooking, flower arranging, singing, storytelling, flower arrangement, playing musical instruments. Now, I don't know if you can see that purple there, but it was kind of hard to see, I guess. Better in real life. I don't have really great lighting. It's not too shiny. Yeah. However, it is in there. Eating must be delicious. I ate earlier. I had a nice, pleasant dinner. All right, let's pull this tape off. And there's our line, our sunset line. Isn't that pretty? That's your talent? Eating? I forgot what I just said. Oh, music. Are you musically inclined? Singing, musical instruments? I know your son's very musical. I loved his music that you sent me the other day, and I was very blessed to hear a little bit of it. And I would love to have some more tracks so I can put one together for my show. Maybe he could do one special. That would be nice. I have to get all the ones my son made on his electric guitar, all the little bits and pieces, and try to put them together, and that's gonna take a long time. You got all your talent? Very nice. I know. Okay, I've been streaming 22 minutes. I've got 10 minutes left. I may or may not get more viewers, but in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy this for myself. And hey, Brett, do you know how to show the comments? Like when I'm done streaming, it doesn't show the comments if you're still here. And I don't know how to get them to show. It always says there've been no comments. And I'm like, I know there has. Yeah, mellow background music, definitely. I like to keep it calm. Yeah, so much hecticness. We have such hectic lives at times, or you know, so many things going on. I just like to kind of mellow out in the evening and relax and not think about any of that. Just relax, and we'll call this our meditation time. Miss Brown right now. All right, I think we can unplug this wire because I'm sure we're done seeing that have enough juice to last another 10, 20 minutes. So I'm going to turn this sideways. So here's how we look so far sideways. Yeah. So we have all those colors in there, and they're really gonna show up and pop once we get the rest of this going. So I'm gonna try really hard to be quick, but this yellow needs to be very dry before I can put in some of the things I want to put in. Um, what's your son's name anyway? How many kids do you have? Jetmore, Jet Monroe too. That's right. You and Jay used to got that name together. I don't know how. I try to figure it out sometimes, but I don't always know. Put that down there for a minute. I don't always know how you come across those things. I'm gonna put these here for now. My little advertisement. This is for my Instagram for Jacob. Jacob is his name. Awesome. What's the four for? I'm a little bit ADD. I know I asked you a question that might be an answer to, but I can't think of what it would have been. So this is one of my mermaids that I painted previously. It's an acrylic, and she was beautiful. I sold her. I didn't want to sell her. She was so beautiful. but sometimes you just gotta sell things. Hope that's not blurry. So I will be painting more. This one takes me several hours, sometimes a couple of days, and this was done in oil. So I will have to, get one going, and then we can like play with it while I do a stream. I put that down there. Now we're gonna do black. This is a night scene, so I'm gonna have a bit of black, and I'm gonna use Mar. Oh, nice, thank you. Yeah, that's the kind of art I normally do. There's some Mars black. This is gonna be quite a bit of black here. I'm gonna have some ivory black. I think it's a little shinier. And I found this awesome metallic black. So I do like sparkles, so we're gonna use our metallic black as well. Looks a little more grayish though to me. So we'll have to mix in a little bit more black with that. So I've got all my blacks over here off to the side. Now this is a brush I use for the top. Now I'm thinking, do I want to use a different brush for the blacks? Or do I want to keep a nice fat brush? And I think I'm going to use a nice fat brush for sure. All right. I want that to just dry up just a teeny bit more. No yellow ochre. So here we go. This is going to be our contrast. Kind of waiting for that yellow to dry just a little more because I'm going to put some tape over the top of it. And when that happens, I want to make sure that the tape didn't mean like too much paint as usual. That's okay. Let me just scrape it off. I cannot believe I forgot a palette. Oh, wait, I just found one. Oh, this was very helpful. I think I used this one the other night, but all the paint's dried on it, so I can go ahead and just scrape. Look at all that paint. Ah, so pretty. Black. You're just kind of going right back and forth, getting that nice, easy flow. Bringing that metallic black down in there. All right, and I think it's time now. Go ahead and put our tape on. We're going to feel that and see if it's dry. A nice clean finger. Oh, that is wonderful. It is dry enough to place the tape. So here we go. All the way across. Try to get as close as I can to this little line. I think I got too much yellow there. I don't want to lose too much of it. Mm, there we go. I think that'll do it right there. See how close we got it. This will be fun. All right. So I'm cleaning off my big fat brush because there was quite a bit of paint on there, and it's going to soak up more black. So I'm just kind of wiping it off a little bit to get a little bit cleaner brush. All right, now we're going to take our metallic and our black paint right on up to this tape. You see that? Lots of extra paint. I could paint a whole nother picture with this, huh? I think it's looking good so far. All right, I've been streaming. Oh, it's been a half hour. Okay, so we're almost done. Hmm. Just gonna let that set for a minute. Now I'm drying this brush off because I want to make sure, like, if there's extra paint, I'm just gonna pull it right off onto my towel. Now I've got this towel over here that I'm using to just wipe paint on, wipe extra paint on. And I'm working on not using too much paint. I just get so excited. And I do like it a lot of coverage. So using a lot of paint will definitely get you a lot of coverage. However, it will take a longer time to dry. Now I have trouble with just plain black, although it's great contrast with a gorgeous sunset like we have going on. So, but I still like, even in black, I like a little bit of color. I really have an issue with the minus color. Can you call it that? The minus color. So one thing I want to do here tonight, let's pull this up a little bit so you can see. It's very, very black. And I do like the way the light is reflecting. But now that we have all this extra black, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pull our tape back. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see that better. And with our yellow sunset and our black contrasting color here, I'm going to pull it back to the best we can, nice and slow. Oh, I did it. Wonder who invented masking tape and then figured out to invent, like, what's that clear tape called that we wrap Christmas presents with? Okay, now here comes some fun stuff. This is the finishing. I'm going to use a fan brush for all my fans and use some of this extra paint. I'm going to just put up some trees. Anastasia! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to stop painting just so I can do this for you because you're so awesome. Thank you for showing up. Love, love, love. I know my hands are terrible. Do your hands get like that when you paint? And actually, I kind of want to use my palette knife for this. I'm going to put a bit of color on my palette knife because I want a little bit straighter lines from these trees. And just bring it on down. I think I need a little more paint there. Okay. So Brett, now you just need the Olympic mountains and it will be like the sunrise last week. Oh, cool. Steve, you're here. Cellophane tape. Yeah. And Anastasia, you what did you say? Oh yeah, paint your hands for sure. Isn't that fun though? Because you know you're doing a great job when you when your hands are a mess. That's for sure. And Anastasia, maybe I can ask you this. How do you stream horizontally? I can't seem to get it to do that. Or it says I'm doing it, and then I find out I'm not doing it. Because once I start the stream, it's horizontal. No, vertical, I mean. It's vertical. Yeah, I'm not doing well with this, I don't think. There's a little more rolling there. It's kind of like when I paint, I really like to focus. It kind of gets me in a. You haven't streamed, so unfortunately, I'm. What? Okay. You need to start streaming, young lady. You hear me? I want to see you stream. So, in the meantime, I'm going to bring this up just a little bit so maybe you can see the whole thing there. Tell me if that's any better. I'm using very thick paint. That's good. And Anastasia, I've been wanting to ask you, how long generally does it take you to paint one of your amazing paintings? You seem to pop them out much faster than I do. But then again, I don't work with acrylic as much. I mostly work with oils, and so I'm trying to get used to acrylics naturally because they are faster for a stream. This is not working how I hoped. Okay. So my half hour, over my half hour. So let's get these trees done. I'm just going to go for it. I'm really, really shooting for that half hour of painting a night. Ooh, yeah. Richard Gurley drew, invented masking tape and cellophane tape. Did you just Google that? That's awesome. All right. So now for our trees, we're just going to do, these are just some little bit of trees here. I do one side. I'm using my leftover black from the other thing. And just the tip of my fan brush. Just the tip of the other side. We don't want our trees to be too sparse, even though it looks really cool in winter and on a sunset. But I think you can really see a really pretty glow when you use the dark contrast against the sunset colors, don't you? Anastasia, I usually work on multiple paintings at a time, but when I focus, I can get one done over a couple weekends, usually 20 to 30 hours, start to finish. Yeah, that's about right. I'm the same way. It's really hard for me to focus on just one painting. I get like disinterested or frustrated or just like have another idea where I want to do something else. Wonder if I have a smaller fan brush. This is quite quite detailed. And I don't know how small of fan brushes they make. It might be the smallest I have. And I don't really time mine 30 hours or whatever. I need to start though. A lot of people ask, "Oh, how long did it take you to paint that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, a little bit of time." So I think that's helpful to know. Something everyone always wants to know, right? And I cannot wait, Anastasia, for you to start streaming. I miss you actually. It'd be fun to paint together, although you're way up in, where was it? North Dakota? Like Canada or something? It's gotta be cold up there. It's gotta be super cold. And it was cold down here for a little bit. Yeah, almost Canada, yeah. Still super cold. I think what's happening is my paints are getting a little bit on the dry side, so I'm gonna take my little spray bottle here, mist them. I just mist the paint, keep it nice and wet. Gives it a little more versatility so it's not quite so thick. I have a gob of paint on my brush right now. These are kind of all really close together, so we'll just kind of blend that all in together. And I actually have a commission painting where it's going to be something similar to this. However, I'm going to do that one in oils. And it'll be much more detailed and that type of thing. So you're near Canada, eh? All right, and just to finish this up, because my 30 minutes is definitely up, we're just going to draw a quick little teeny weeny house. Just a quick little teeny weeny house. I think that would be really cute. I have a lot of black paint here with this tiny little brush. I might have put too much soap on it previously, or maybe it dried weird. May not have cleaned it as well. Oh, darn, this was the perfect brush, too. Let's try that again. Okay, I think that might do it. Yep, I have plans. I'm trying to just do a half hour every night. I don't want to take up too much time. Let's put in a little tiny cabin. Just a little bit. Oh, by the way, Anastasia, I loved that frog you did. That was so cute. Can you put your link up to your site? Anytime anybody gets on here, I always like to see a little link to their site. All right. So here we are with our finished, beautiful finished painting here. This one doesn't have a lot of branches, apparently. Right, so I'm going to turn this sideways. Like I said, I'm having, oh, I forgot the stars. And everybody knows how you do that, right? You get your white, you get a nice fan brush. I've got so much black in here. I don't know if this will even work. And a lot of water. Oops, our stars. I think I ran out of paint. Let's get a little bit more. And no more practice with this. All right, there we go. Now I used a lot of black, so I'm not going to sign it right away. Sticking to the paper towels I'm using. So here we go. Painting Superstar, that's right, at Painting Superstar. And here we are with our sideways finished painting. Doesn't that look beautiful? We've got that gorgeous sunset. I am moving quite a bit. I apologize for that. I'm going to put this on top of this and bring it right down here. I'm moving my camera just a teeny bit. There, now it looks like we are in a really nice, beautiful sunset. Gorgeous skies, a little metallic in our black. And I would put some blue in there, but for the sake of time, nice job. Oh, thank you, Brett. Thank you so much. Seems like I'm missing somebody here. Somebody didn't say hello that I thought would say hello. But Steve, I was glad to see you were showing up tonight. Anastasia, bless your heart. Everybody, check out Anastasia's art at Painting Superstar. I believe that's what is that? On Instagram, right? She has a beautiful Instagram channel. So here we go. I think I'll try to edit this to go sideways if I can. And also when I close up, well, when I stop streaming, this is going to go to private, and then I have to edit it to go to public, and it never shows the comments, so I'm still working on how or why it doesn't show comments once the stream is done. So there you go. Tonight, we actually finished a whole painting in my half hour of painting, which was just under an hour. Thank you all for showing up. Hope you enjoyed my stream tonight, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Have a great night. Oh, I just missed you. Awesome, Rachel. So many hugs to you, but I need to sleep. Kisses. Kisses to you too. And I do not know how to say your name. I'm gonna say Ahak Duck. Ahac. Hawked. I'm gonna call you Hawked for now. Kisses to you too. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining my stream tonight. Thank you for watching. And thank you for being a part of my channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And tell your friends. I'll be back tomorrow around 8:30 again.